Good morning, everyone. Welcome to my channel. My name is Lynn, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. Now, if you've been here before, thank you. I'm glad you're back. If you are new, I do a lot of different crafting things, but mainly I focus on knit and crochet, and my latest fascination is project bags, sewing them. So, speaking of sewing, I showed y'all a while back, longer than I would really like, um, that I had made another spring fling bag. Well, I've made 4 so far. Only 3 have liners. The one that I use all the time, and the 2 newest ones. Now my other spring colored one, I haven't put a liner in yet because let's face it, it's not spring. You know, we're heading into yeah, I don't match. I don't know if you can see my leg or not. I am freezing right now. So I have on this long sleeve, this big old comfy long sleeve. And I have on my little Georgia Bulldog lounge pants. And they don't match. That's okay. I'm trying to stay warm. I woke up this morning and, like normal, I think it was like 5:20. And it was 45 degrees. And I'm like, brr. And yeah, we have the heat on here in the house, and I got a hair right there. No, that was not attached. No, that one is. Nope, that one wasn't attached either. Oh, my hair's falling out. But anyway, it is. There's something on my face or something. There it is. Ow, not attached anymore. It kept tickling my face right there. But anyway, so I've been working on several different little projects, and I don't feel like I'm getting anywhere. But we'll talk about that in a minute. So these bags that I have today, I was going to keep one and sell the other one, but I don't know. That is these spring fling bags. Now, the one I'm going to keep is the handles. Now, I bought these off Amazon, and they're not cheap handles, but for some reason, the string that it wraps in doesn't want to hold. I have my glue gun. I might pull my glue gun out and put a little dab of. Actually, I got super glue. Super glue might work a little better. But so they're basically exactly the same. Though one actually looks longer than the other. I'm not sure why. Now, this is my winter version of the spring fling bag. Sorry, it had something on it and I was trying to get it off. So they do look a little different. One does look longer, but I did the same pattern. Huh. The one I'm going to keep actually looks a little bit longer. It is. I'm not sure why, but okay. That's fascinating. Same pattern, same sizes, but for some reason, oh, it's my handle tab. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Yep. My handle tabs are different. They're longer, maybe. Yeah. Yeah, see? Yep. That's what it is. Okay. So these bags were made with Lily sugar and cream cotton. I have salt and pepper, overcast, black, and this is the only yarn that I used that wasn't Lily sugar and cream. This is Himalaya Denim by Premier. and I just held 2 strands to get the same gauge as to get the same thickness as the 4-weight in the Lily Sugar and Cream. But I made 2, and they are fully lined in all their little glory. Now, this is why I said I may not sell the second one, because I had to hand stitch the liner to the bag. Now, usually I don't have a problem with my hand stitching, but for some reason it was a major struggle this time. Like on my spring fling one before, it wasn't pleasant and it took me forever, but it wasn't a struggle. Well, with these, it seemed like from making the mistake on the first liner that I made out of the sheet, the unused sheet. I'm sorry. I didn't sleep well. I do apologize. But while I love the silky feel to that sheet, I'm getting a reflection coming from outside. Anyway, I sewed it wrong. And that's just me. I wasn't paying attention when I was laying my layers to get to sew together. And that's my fault. But I made a template, much like I did when I made my project bags. And I cut that foam out to make templates of my panels and whatnot. Well, this I didn't use the foam. I just used paper. Like when you're making a dress or a shirt, or you have these paper templates that you cut your pattern from. Well, I did that on my second bag. No. Yes. Yeah. So on my first bag, on this bag, I just did it, I used the bag as its own template, right? I went straight onto my cloth. But I wasn't getting a good, even approximation of the actual bag. So I was like, you know what? Let me make a template and I can move from there. Well, I did. And I sewed it right this time on both of these bags, and I was excited about that. Well, hand sewing and let me tell you, it started when I'm sewing it and the needle literally went up under that first layer of skin, the back of the needle, where the thread goes in. I'm like, okay, do I need to be doing this? No. I don't need to be doing it. But I have to do it so I can get it finished so I can show y'all. Because I have any content creator hits this wall. And it's just a matter of pushing through and, getting the work done and finishing it. And I put way too much pressure on myself for this channel, because I wanted, well, what I wanted, and it's neither here nor there, but you start to have expectations of yourself, right? Well, I'm not meeting those expectations, and I'm putting more pressure on myself because I feel like I'm not succeeding. And I am. I am making beautiful stuff. And that's not me bragging. That's not me tooting my own horn. That's just, I think everybody's makes are beautiful. Even if they're flawed, they're beautiful because that person put everything they had into making it. So To me, it's beautiful, But anyway, so as I was sewing this, like I said, the back end of the needle was going in my fingers so bad, and I'm like, I've never been able to use thimbles because of my claws. Well, this one happened to have I had broke this one at work the other day, so I was like, okay, well, since it's broken and it's short now, I can use a thimble. Never have used a thimble in my life, and I've sewed since I was in high school and home ec. That's machine sewing and hand sewing. So when I put the thimble on my finger, I'm like, okay, well, good. I'm protected. And it did protect it. So I'm like, okay. Because, y'all, I'm not kidding. In some spots, this crochet is very hard to get through. And that kind of brings me to my other point. I was going to try to sew these with my machine to sew the liner in them, but I was scared because I just have my standard needle. I've never had to have an alternate needle. So I just have your regular strength needle, and I was scared I was going to snap it if I tried to get through this crochet stuff. So I was like, okay, fine, I'll do it by hand. Well, doing it by hand, it doesn't give me that polished look I was going for. So I don't think I'm going to be selling this. I don't even know that I would sell this as an oopsie. I love the bag. I love the liner. I just don't like some of the stitches on the inside of that liner. It's not my best work, and I don't want to put it out there. I've told y'all about this before, like with the project bags, and I still will probably make some oopsie things on the site, but I haven't yet. I haven't even loaded my project bags on the website yet. I need to. So if anybody wants to buy any for Christmas or whatnot, they can, but I'm feeling very unmotivated. So I finished those two bags, which now, to be fair, if my daughter-in-law was a bag, more of a purse carrier, I probably would let her, I would probably, gift the second bag to her for Christmas because these are her colors. These are totally her colors. And I still might, I don't know. She's not really a bag person. But you know what? It could be, it's supposed to be a purse. She could use it as a project bag, right? Maybe, perhaps. I don't know. We'll see. So anyway, I finally finished my socks. Now these are, I had to think for a minute. Arcane Fiberworks in the colorway Winter Wonderland, and it's on an 85. I think it's 8515 sock base. I already put the yarn up, so I don't know. But it's just a plain vanilla sock, just stockinette with 1x1 ribbon. And I use the no wrap, no turn short row heel. But I love how these come out. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Just so pretty. Now I need to get my Ruby and Roses yarn caked up. Oh, and I still have this yarn over here. You know what? I need to pull it out. Put it with my Ruby and Roses yarn so that I won't forget to cake this up. These and the Ruby and Roses are definitely more spring socks, but hey, I don't care. Oh, sorry. I stopped matching my socks to my outfits years ago. So I don't worry that they don't. Now, I can't say that because I still like when I wear my Georgia Bulldog stuff, I still wear my hand knit red and black socks. So actually, that's all I wear is hand knit socks anymore. Oh, except for like when I wear my little boots. Yeah, I can't wear my hand knits with those. But I'm excited to get these off the needles, and I actually finished these a couple days ago, but I didn't wear them so that I could actually get them shown. Now, the other things I've been working on. Oh, I want to do more project bags. But I was looking in my closet, in my wardrobe, and it's right behind the camera. And I was all excited. I was like, yeah, I had my sewing machine out where I sewed these liners together, and I was like, oh yeah, 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 yeah. I want to make a project bag today. Only to realize, well, okay, I haven't used all of my fat quarters, but mainly what I have in there is the Halloween, and then I have the Georgia Bulldog material, which I'm waiting until I go back to work so I can get a little bit thicker interfacing, the fusible interfacing, because I want to make a purse, a small purse, out of the Georgia Bulldog, like the Georgia Bulldog project bag here, um, for those who hadn't seen it. And I want to make like a small version of this as a purse. Oh, and y'all told me to burn the ends, and I haven't had a chance yet because I don't smoke. My husband does, and I don't smoke anymore. But I never think about asking him for his lighter because I'm either busy knitting, I'm busy crocheting, or sewing. But all of my fabric that I have right now, except for my Halloween, I've used already. And that's not a bad thing. Like I told my husband, I do want to get some project bags made up that doesn't have the oopsies. So I need to get started on that. Now, time wise, sorry. And that's with having a Mountain Dew this morning. But time wise, I'm worried that I won't have them up and pictures and everything done and loaded on the site really in good time for Christmas. I guess I need to get on that. Motivation or not, I need to make myself get motivated. And it's hard. So that's it as far as my makes. Now, this part, I was going to talk to y'all and ask y'all, do y'all have anything that y'all would like to see me either make or a video that you'd like to see me do? Because I'm kind of hitting a roadblock. I love making different things. Now, yes, I've been on a market bag kick because they're just so fun to make. But they were getting repetitive. And so is the ear warmers. And I kind of backed off that for, just a week or two. And that's one thing I've noticed since I got back from my trip. I'm really having a hard time just not cranking things out, but getting things finished. Now, that's very unusual for me because usually I'm Johnny on the spot. I get it started, I get it finished. I don't dawdle, I don't get sidetracked, I have a lost motivation sometimes, but not a lot. So I'm thinking that making something new might help. Now, I do want to get these made up, but like I said, it'd probably be after Christmas until I to getting going on those. Now, that flower power for the red heart flower power, I'll show if y'all haven't seen that video, it was the Red Heart Flower Power that I did. And I want to do more of these. But y'all know how I am about having more than one type project going. And technically that is now a ongoing project. Maybe, sort of, kind of, maybe. But I'm still working on my Battenberg blanket. And the one that I'm doing for me. I almost had it done this morning. But I kept dozing off. And I need to stop doing that. I go to bed early enough, but sometimes I'm just not sleeping. And, sometimes it's my legs hurting me so bad, and no matter what position I get them in, they'll be comfortable and they'll ease off for about 5-10 minutes, enough to let me go to sleep. And then they'll start hurting again and wake me up. So I think that's part of the culprit. But anyway, once I finish the Battenberg blanket, I'll show y'all, right? And then I can start another. I really want the Flower Power blanket. I really want to do one because I have, let's see, I still have my Flower Power right here. So I have 3, 6, 8, 9. So I have 9 colors. I have 9 different ones. Wow. I did go nuts when I bought all that stuff, didn't I? I can't help it. It's pretty. But Holly, thank you, Holly. She's seen I was struggling the other day with my math, apparently, because she did it out in the comments for me. So it's looking like I will get 12 squares out of each skein. Now, at 6, they're 6-inch squares, so a 16, let's see, 12. So if I do, yeah, it would definitely require more than one. So I could combine, because I have like 3 in the blues, 3 in the pinks and reddish. I have a purple, and then I have 2 in the black and grays. So I could actually mix that with some black and grays. That would be pretty. Like the black dahlia and the daisy dew. So I could have black dahlia, daisy dew, and wisteria in a blanket together. And then I would love to save out maybe 3 or 4 from every colorway and do just one big blanket with all of the colors I like. Y'all, I don't need any more blankets. I really don't. I think I might be gifting some this Christmas because I need some gone. Blankets take up a lot of room. And I'm looking at the one that I made in the mosaic with the Red Heart black, and then what was that other color? Hang tight. If I can reach it. Oh, these project bags in my way. Nope, can't reach it. But it has the reddish purple, the red, the orange, the yellow. You know what? It looks like a sunset, the way the stripes work out on that, especially when you do it in mosaic crochet. But I had made one that I thought was going to be for me, and my husband took possession of it, and it's his favorite blanket because it's so heavy. And it feels really good on his legs. But other than the Flower Power blanket, I don't really have any plans for my next projects. I do want to get the Battenberg finished, and I'll probably show you that on the next video if I can get all those those ends woven in. All right, so this one is a join as you go as well. And it's not the worst join as you go, but I think I'm going to stop with the join as you goes for the moment, because when you're doing squares, I like to take all of my squares, lay them out, take a picture, and then run my join all the way up between two rows, just one center piece, and then do the next row, and then and then do the side to side. To me, that's faster and easier than a join as you go. The join as you go method is supposed to be faster, right? It's supposed to be, so you don't have to do it all at the end. Well, to me, I'm having to go back and weave in all the ends at the end, and that's just going to take more time. So that's something I can get y'all to tell me. What join as you go method do you like best with minimal weaving in ends? Or is that too hot? Is that too much to ask? Not that y'all will leave me a comment, and that's not asking too much, but I'm saying, is the requirement that finding a join as you go with very few tails to weave in, is that too tall of an order, I think? Because I'm not getting burnt out, but that Battenberg blanket, it seems like it's just taken forever. Now, if I had not had to wait on Hobie to get my neutral color back in, I don't think I would have lost the zest for it that I did, because it was a good 2 months that it was on pause. And I was really looking forward to that blanket, because that was going to be my recliner blanket, my lap blanket. And it still is going to be, probably, maybe. I don't know. I'm using it. It's funny because I'm letting it lay on me as I'm joining the squares, and I love it. It's not super duper heavy, but it gives just enough warmth to my knees to where I'm like, yeah, okay, we could deal with this. But anyway, so if y'all could, give me some feedback on this, on the join as you go, on what projects you might want to see me do, or what videos you might want to see me do. Now, I still need to make the tutorial on the Hexicardy. I have not done that, and I'm sorry. I wasn't sure that I could get the whole tutorial thing going again, because I'm not the best at it. I'm really not. There are some great people that can do awesome tutorials out here, and Mikey at the Crochet Crowd, he's the king. He's the king of tutorials, and I'm sorry if I've offended anybody who thinks they're a better tutorialist. Is that even a word? Than Mikey? But Mikey's my OG. Mikey, I was around when Mikey first started his stuff, and I was rooting for him for day one. And his sense of humor, his little raunchy sense of humor, I love it. And he keeps things PG because it's YouTube and everything. But yeah. Anyway, so there's so many people out there that can do better tutorials than me. So I'm still struggling to make that tutorial, and I might just go ahead and do that and let that be the project before the blankets, because I wouldn't mind making another Hexicardy. I'm not going to make one with the sunflower squares on the bottom, because that's a whole lot of calculation, and you got to make sure that if I'm going to do a tutorial, I want it to be for all sizes. And it's going to be hard to kind of bring that across. Now, I may use some sunflower colors, I haven't figured that out yet. But I have not forgotten that that you did ask me to do a hexicardie tutorial. I just have to get my stuff together to do it. Anyway, I'd love some feedback, y'all. I really would. Because I originally wanted this channel to be part of a growing community. And it has grown. I mean, I have a lot more subscribers than I thought I would ever have. I really do. Because it blows me away that enough people watch me or are interested enough in my yapping, because I yap and I talk a lot. But I hope that I bring enough to the table to where I am building my part of that bigger community. Because Mikey, he's the one that inspired me to do this. And not only that, I mean, I do love coming on here and showing everybody what I've made, and because I do get excited. And my husband, he appreciates everything I make, because he's just blown away at some of the things I can pull off. Because y'all, I learned to knit and crochet off the internet before YouTube ever thought about becoming a thing. And it was written, I mean, typed out instructions on web pages with pictures, And my husband likes to say I taught myself to knit and crochet. Well, I didn't. I got it off web pages, I did teach myself to knit from those web pages and crochet, but I didn't do it by myself. And it might be that he's referring to, how most things are taught from one person to another. So there was that disconnect because it was from a web page. But then YouTube exploded, and I will still go to YouTube if I'm not sure about something or I want to learn a new technique, because videos are so much easier than reading it off a web page. It really is. So it's more of a, he appreciates the stuff. Sorry, I'm switching back to what I was talking about with my husband, and the reason why I have so much enjoyment bringing this stuff to y'all to show you. And he's amazed at all the things that I can do. But it's also very cool to show it to other crafters, other knitters, other crocheters, and other sewists. So when did sewist come about, that term? Because I always called it seamstress. But I guess, I don't know. I never really labeled myself. I just said I can sew and I can make clothes. So I don't even think I ever labeled myself. But now the term is there. Where'd that come from? Does anybody know? Okay. I've rambled enough. I'm going to get off here. But I would really love it if y'all could give me some feedback. Um, that would be really cool. Okay. I hope y'all have a great day and you get to do something that you enjoy or be with someone that you enjoy. Have a great one. I'll see y'all later. Bye.